Welcome everyone, I hope that you're doing well. It's been about a week and a half since I've uploaded a video on this channel, and I am struggling very much because I don't always know what to talk about. I'm still not that well versed in this world to discuss a lot of these things. As I've said, I'm an amateur. I am definitely no professor. I am no scientist. I like to be very candid about that, and as you can clearly see, I take notes, I put them on a notepad, and this is basically to help me remember all the key points that I wanted to mention, because I know all of this information, but I may not remember to say it all, and then I'll upload the video and go, oh, I totally forgot to say this, and no, this is what I meant by that. So it holds me accountable. Let's get into it. So dark matter makes up 85% of the total matter in the universe, and it doesn't interact with atoms. It's like literally passing through me right now. It's going through my face, my eyeballs. It's going through you, and it is unaffected by anything. You could throw billions and billions of nuclear bombs at it, and it's just like, yeah, whatever. But give it a little gravitational tug, and you've got that thing like a puppy on a leash under your control. It is unbelievable. And without that glue that is holding the universe together, you and I would not even exist. Galaxies wouldn't form. There would be, as far as I understand, there would be nothing. Remember, a lot of the things that I say, take it with a grain of salt in case I kind of get my information crossed. But as far as I know, it would be catastrophic, depending on how you want to word that, if we didn't have this dark matter. On a small scale, it's insignificant. Gravity is still king. Now enough of the stuff that's off the top of my head. Let me just go through my list so that we can get through this and have this video not be such a long thing. So dark matter is basically what I call ghost matter. It doesn't shine, reflect, heat up, or collide with anything. It only obeys one rule in the universe, and that's gravity. That's why we know it exists, even though we can't actually see it. It forms huge invisible halos around galaxies and acts as the universe's scaffolding. Why dark matter doesn't affect the moon or the planets. Neil deGrasse Tyson says that dark matter has no effect on the moon's orbit or the planets. He's right when you're talking about it on a very small scale. On a cosmic scale, it's much, much stronger. But there simply isn't enough dark matter inside our solar system for it to matter. The sun's gravity completely dominates everything here. Dark matter is extremely spread out and almost non-existent at this scale. So at the solar system level, regular gravity is king. Why dark matter is absolutely essential for galaxies? Because on huge scales, normal matter doesn't have enough gravity to hold galaxies together. It's like the cosmic glue, like I was saying, that holds everything together. Stars orbit too fast, galaxies would, not should, would fly apart, literally. Dark matter provides the extra gravitational glue that keeps galaxies from unraveling into a cosmic mess. Without dark matter, galaxies wouldn't even form, and neither would stars, planets, or life. And I think I might have said this in my other video. We are technically star children. Literally. Stars are our ancestors. If there were no stars in the universe, we would never have existed. Like, that just blows my mind. These are the types of things that I've said before, I think. Or to myself, at least, many times in the last little bit since I've really gotten into this. Space is a lot more than just shiny white dots and, you know, just a black room with white dots kind of thing. There's so much more to it. And that is what makes it so fascinating. I cannot believe I did not know any of this stuff. But how can I know about anything if I don't really take the time to look into it? I was completely oblivious. Better late than never. So, dark matter doesn't matter in the solar system, again, because of the small scale, but it matters everywhere else on a much larger scale. Is dark matter connected to other universes, I was wondering. And then I found out that people have actually been discussing this quite seriously. Possibly, as some real scientific ideas propose, that dark matter could be gravity leaking from another universe. I know it sounds crazy. It might be matter in a higher dimension whose gravity bleeds into ours. It could be the shadow of another brain universe pressing against ours. Some theories even suggest that dark matter halos could hide wormholes or multiverse links. But again, these ideas are not proven. This isn't clickbait. But they're seriously discussed in cosmology and they're not laughed at. These are serious things that they're thinking. Does dark matter interact with black holes? Yes, but very differently from normal matter. You see, dark matter does get pulled into black holes because it follows the law of gravity. Anything that crosses, again, the event horizon adds to the black hole's mass. So that's another thing that's cool. There could be like nothing else visible that you see, and a black hole is basically having a buffet and it's just chomping away. Well, maybe not chomping, it's a bit of a strong word. On this dark matter, and it actually feeds it. But dark matter doesn't spiral in, heat up, or glow the way normal matter does. It passes through space like a ghost, only caring about gravity. So black holes slowly feed on dark matter wherever dark matter happens to drift through them, or whenever, rather. Helps if I could read my own notes properly. This is why dark matter seems immune to everything except gravity. The fun way to describe it is that dark matter is like cosmic ghost matter. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but it's everywhere, and black holes are sitting in the middle of an all-you-can-eat buffet of ghost matter, quietly growing from whatever wanders too close. Final thoughts: dark matter shapes the universe but barely affects our solar system. It creates the cosmic skeleton that galaxies form around. It interacts only through gravity, which is why black holes can swallow it, even though nothing else can touch it. And its true nature is still unknown, leaving open the possibility that it connects to higher dimensions or even other universes. There are so many things that we don't understand about our universe, and it baffles me, seriously, that I could be this oblivious, this ignorant to the fact that not only is there more than I thought to what's out there beyond Earth, there's a lot more. Like on a scale I can't even properly describe in any language. And it's just exciting, right? Because a lot of these things that I'm reading, practically all the things that I'm reading up on, you would think is sci-fi stuff, and it isn't. It's actual science. That's what makes it like more exciting. Like, yeah, you could never cross the event horizon, stay there for 24 hours, and then pop out, and like thousands of years have gone by. You can't do that. But in theory, you can, in the sense that the math allows it. And that, to me, I could just be here all day, I think, but I don't want to do that. You definitely don't want that. This video, longer than it was supposed to be. Kind of a crappy video. I mean, you could probably just Google a lot of this shit, to be honest with you. But I wanted to put it together. I wanted to narrate it. Most of it is in my own words. Bits and pieces collected from the internet, from some of the books that I'm reading. Right now, if you're curious, I read, it helps if I remember the titles, Christine Dawson was the first book that I read on an introduction to astrophysics. I just did this like a month ago. Before that, I'd never read a book in my whole life. I never even finished high school, to be honest with you. I haven't studied academically in over 3 decades, since like the mid-90s. Then I read a book that confused me a lot, and I had to research what I was reading for the book to make sense to me, but I actually learned quite a few things from it. And that was a book dedicated to black holes from Brian Cox. And now I'm about halfway through the Neil deGrasse Tyson book, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. So that's my 3rd book that I'm on now, and that's all just been in the last month. And then sometimes I'll take notes of like some very like important stuff. And I'm completely infatuated, obsessed. Usually the word obsessed has a negative connotation with it. But in this sense, if I say I'm obsessed with all things that have to do with the universe, really not a bad thing to obsess about. It's a passion. I never want to be a professor or a scientist or even have a degree. I don't even have my GED. It's just from my own personal fun, my own personal gain. And then to be able to make some random YouTube videos about it, ramble on about it for 10, 15 minutes, and just somehow hope that an odd person could be like, oh, I didn't know about, really? Who's this guy who was talking about Neil? Yeah, because you'll know about me before you know about Neil deGrasse Tyson. But in the unlikely event that that happens, then you go and you Google him, you forget about me. You grab his books, you grab other people's books, Brian Cox, like I said, Christine Dawson, I think that's her name. And, wow. I'm going to stop. Thumbs up, as always, if you like the video. It does greatly help support that channel with the algorithm in trying to make me more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up online. If you didn't like the video, well, that's too bad. Go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, and I'll twist it. Not a very nice thing to do. I'm just trying to be goofy and silly. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be fantastic. But if not, I totally get it. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And if I'm lucky, maybe I will see some of you. My camera's flipped, so I'm pointing. Anyways, I'll see some of you in the next one, perhaps. Bye for now.